What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are here for the remaining slate of action in the NFL for Week 17. I didn't anticipate it, guys. I didn't see it coming, but the general public got absolutely walloped yesterday over the course of the entire slate on Christmas Day in the NFL. We had the Cowboys failing to cover. We had the Vikings winning outright. And obviously the Lions failing to cover, and we had the Denver Broncos failing to cover. 3 games in which the general population all thought were going to be easy victories, not only outright, but against the spread, and the general public failed to cover in all 3 of those games. We move on to the remaining slate of action, guys, for Week 17. We got 2 games tomorrow, and we have the remaining slate on Sunday and, of course, on Monday. With that said, guys, let's start with the very first game on tomorrow's card. We have the Los Angeles Chargers at home against the Houston Texans. This is an interesting game, guys. It's very, very interesting. It's very intriguing. First and foremost, this is a rematch. I don't know if you guys recall in the wild card round of last year's playoffs in the AFC. In the playoff game, of course, the Houston Texans were at home, and they absolutely obliterated the Los Angeles Chargers to the tune of a 32-12 victory. This game tomorrow afternoon right now sits at LA Chargers minus 1.5, if I'm not mistaken. This is an interesting game stylistically, guys. Both teams are very similar. Both teams are weak on the offensive line. Both teams obviously hang their hat on the defensive side of the ball. Both teams like to get pressure with their defensive line and attack opposing quarterbacks. This is basically a matchup of which team is going to be able to do what they do best better than their opposition. I keep going back to that playoff game in January because I think this game tomorrow afternoon is going to be eerily similar on that front. I'm not necessarily saying or predicting that the Houston Texans are going to win this game by 20-plus points. But the huge edge that I see, and I talked about this already, is both teams on the defensive line like to get after the quarterback. The LA Chargers offensive line right now, we all know this, is abysmal. And that Houston Texans front and the pressure that they're able to generate is ultimately, in my opinion, what's going to be the difference in this game. Last week, against an abysmal Cowboys defense, was the first game in over 1 year, 1 calendar year, that Justin Herbert wasn't sacked at all. That's not going to happen tomorrow. When I look at these teams, as I mentioned, they're very similar, but the pressure and the advantage that the Houston Texans have with their defensive ends against the Los Angeles Chargers offensive line, in my opinion, is the difference. When I look at Herbert and I look at Stroud, and this might be a little bit of a hot take for some of you guys, I know, obviously, Herbert is the more mobile of the quarterbacks. I'm not saying he's not. But under duress and under pressure, trust me when I tell you this, C.J. Stroud is the better quarterback. I think the Houston Texans are going to generate more pressure than the L.A. Chargers are on top of that. So I'm taking the team that's going to get more pressure and the team that's going to be able to handle the pressure better with their quarterback, and that's C.J. Stroud. I think the Houston Texans win this game outright. Give me the Houston Texans for my first play plus 1.5 points yesterday. Plus 1.5 points tomorrow for the first game on tomorrow's card. Moving to the night game, the second game on tomorrow's card, we have the Baltimore Ravens and we have the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field. Right now, this line is sitting at Green Bay Packers -4. There's not a ton that needs to be broken down for this game. It's a massive game for the Baltimore Ravens in the sense of they must win or they're officially eliminated. This team in Baltimore, guys, has let us down time and time again over the course of this entire season, and there's no reason whatsoever to think that tomorrow is going to be any different. Lamar Jackson is officially out. There's rumors and murmurs going around that the franchise is getting tired of Jackson. He's showing up to meetings late. He's falling asleep in meetings. He's not putting the work in. He's obviously not able to stay healthy. stylistically and matchup-wise for Tyler Huntley, this is a very bad matchup for the quarterback, Huntley, as well as the Baltimore Ravens in general. This Green Bay Packers defense is going to shut down Derrick Henry. This is one of the best defenses in the NFL as it pertains to stopping the run. In addition to that, Jordan Love and this Packers offense, aerially, especially at home, are going to be able to generate enough big plays and enough yards in the pass game to cover the number. Give me the Green Bay Packers for my play of the day tomorrow, 3-star play, -4 at home to win this game by more than 4 points. As I mentioned already, it's a terrible matchup for the Baltimore Ravens. It's a terrible matchup for Tyler Huntley. Even if Lamar Jackson was playing tomorrow, I would probably still lean towards the Green Bay Packers, but he's officially out, and we don't have to worry about that. Moving into Sunday's card, guys. It's not a entertaining card, bar a couple of games, and I'm going to touch on both of those games here. First and foremost, we're going to Orchard Park. We're going to Buffalo, New York, where the Buffalo Bills are at home, and at the moment, they're 1.5-point favorites against the Philadelphia Eagles. This is an interesting game. It's the most interesting game on the slate for Week 17. Obviously, the Bills are still trying to win their division. The Philadelphia Eagles have already clinched their spot and have already clinched the NFC East, but they're fighting for playoff positioning. This game is interesting because in order to beat the Philadelphia Eagles, in my opinion, you have to be sound defensively. We know where this Eagles team is weak. They're weak offensively. The key to beating this Eagles team is having a stout defense, eliminating the run game that Philadelphia has been struggling with all season, and shutting down their pass attack. Because that Eagles D is so strong, you're not going to be able to put up loads and loads of points on them offensively, no matter how good your offense is. So it's going to be a low-scoring affair if you want to beat this Eagles team. And in my opinion, this Bills defense, even though they're playing at home, just isn't good enough, and this Bills team doesn't match up all that well against this Philadelphia Eagles team. I think the Eagles are going to be able to score enough on offense. They're going to be able to move the ball well enough through the air and on the ground. And this Eagles defense is just too stout. We've seen this Buffalo Bills team get in trouble time and time again this season. It seems like each and every single week they're falling behind. And up until now, for the most part, of course, they're not undefeated, but up until now, for the most part, then they've been able to play from behind and manage to squeak out victories. Josh Allen is playing as well as anybody at the quarterback position this season. But with that said, stylistically, even though they're at home, I don't love it. It's not a huge advantage, but give me the Philadelphia Eagles plus 1.5. I think they end up winning this game outright for the first play on Sunday. Moving into my favorite play on Sunday. We're going to Sunday night. I know I just said this Eagles-Bills game is probably the best game on the card, and I stand by that statement. But for me, my favorite game on the card is Sunday Night Football, Chicago Bears on the road at the San Francisco 49ers. It's not a better game than the Philadelphia game on paper. But the reason why this game for me is so intriguing is because we have two teams right now that are in incredible positions in the NFC. Both teams have an opportunity to strengthen their positioning as far as the standings are concerned. And at the same time, both of these teams have head coaches that are elite at what they do. And it's going to be such an intriguing battle offensively to watch both of these head coaches go to work and to see both of these teams offensively flourish this season has been one of the storylines of this entire season across the entire NFL. Whether it's the Chicago Bears and what Ben Johnson is doing, or whether it's Shanahan and what he's doing over there in San Francisco. We know the San Francisco team is beat up. Defensively, in particular, they're missing loads and loads of stars, and they find ways to win each and every single game. At the same time, the Chicago Bears team A lot of people looked at this team, myself included, earlier this season as pretenders, but they find ways to win. And I talked about it on the show last week when they played the Bears. It's time to start taking the Chicago Bears team seriously, and it's time to stop fading this Bears team. Offensively, this Chicago Bears team and what Caleb Williams is doing and the matchup that they have in front of them against this depleted San Francisco defense ultimately, in my opinion, gives the advantage to the Chicago Bears. This game is going to be a shootout. The 49ers are going to put up points. The Chicago Bears are going to put up points. It's going to come down to which quarterback makes less mistakes. In my opinion, the way that Caleb Williams is playing right now, he's avoiding sacks. He's not turning the ball over. He's creating plays out of nothing when there's nothing there. And at the same time, he's staying on schedule, which is the most important thing for him as a quarterback. With all of that said, guys, it's my favorite game on the card. It's not the best game, but it's my favorite game on the card, entertainment-wise. It's also my favorite bet on the card for Sunday. Give me 5-star play of the week, Chicago Bears +3. I think they end up winning this game outright. It's going to be a shootout, but we're taking the points just in case we need them. Guys, we've been absolutely hammering the NFL all season long. We got 4 plays this week, starting 2 with tomorrow and 2 on Sunday. We're going to cash this weekend like we always do. Like the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel. I'll be back soon with some college football bowl picks.